My name's Brian Matlin. I'm the principal investigator of WestEd's study of BrainQuake. The purpose of this video is to provide an overview of the study and give you kind of a bird's eye view of all the tasks associated with it. So we hope this video is informative and we look forward to working with you. First off, thank you for agreeing to participate in WestEd's study of BrainQuake's app. We couldn't do it without you, so your participation is very much appreciated. Before telling you about the study, I'd like to start by saying who we are. WestEd is a nonprofit research agency that specializes in education research. BrainQuake is an educational technology company. We are completely distinct entities, and what connects us is that the Department of Education provided WestEd some money to conduct an independent evaluation of BrainQuake's app. Why would they do that? Because game-based learning is a promising way to support mathematics understanding. Let's talk about BrainQuake's app. BrainQuake has an online app that helps students learn mathematics through game-based play. The rationale behind the design of all of their games is that mathematics is really a problem of language. Mathematics has a lot of symbolic notation, which is kind of like learning a foreign language. And by removing this symbol barrier to mathematics, we can better support students' mathematical reasoning processes. Our research is aimed at determining whether students in 5th and 6th grade classes increase their knowledge of mathematics after using BrainQuake's app. We are particularly interested in the factors that contribute to more effective implementations of the app. WestEd's study of BrainQuake takes place in 5th and 6th grade mathematics classrooms this fall. Your participation at a broad level involves being randomly assigned to either use BrainQuake's app, which we'll call the treatment group, or not use BrainQuake's app, which we'll call the control group. We'll get into what we mean by these random assignments a little later, but when we say use BrainQuake, we mean that you can choose how you'd like to implement it as a part of your class. When we say not use BrainQuake, we mean that you can conduct your course in the standard way, what's referred to as business as usual, without using it. Regardless of your random assignment, though, everyone will get to use BrainQuake's app at some point. For example, BrainQuake will provide their app to the control group in the spring semester, so you can use it then. Here's a visual overview of the study and the tasks associated with it. The timeline is approximate, that is, depending on when you start your semester, you may begin the study in late August, you might also start in early September. We know that you start at different times. This timeline is just to give you an overview of the tasks associated with the study and the approximate timeline for completing them. So the first thing you're going to do is complete 2 pre-surveys online, and then everyone will attend an online training. You can attend this training virtually, and if you can't make the training, we will archive it so you can watch it later. Once the semester starts, you'll pass out some opt-out forms to your students so they can opt out of the research. You'll also administer a variety of different surveys and assessments. During the semester, the treatment group will use BrainQuake's app, and everyone will fill out weekly logs detailing what they did in class that week for mathematics. Finally, at the end of the semester, you'll administer the same surveys and assessments, and then in the treatment group, we'll ask you to administer a survey about BrainQuake. And then finally, we'll ask you to complete 2 post-surveys yourself. Okay, so let's get into each one of these one by one. The first task in the summer will be to complete 2 online surveys. These surveys take approximately just over an hour. You can complete them online. Some of them will ask about your teaching background. Others will ask you to evaluate some mock students' work. We prefer you complete these surveys one at a time, each in one sitting. The second thing you'll do, regardless of your treatment assignment, is attend an online training. This is about 30 to 45 minutes put on by the BrainQuake developers. We ask all the teachers go because all teachers in this study will, regardless of their treatment assignment, will be administering some form of BrainQuake in their class at some point. And we'll go over that in a second. But this will be an opportunity for you to ask questions and get advice from BrainQuake, the developers, about how to implement it in your class. So that's the summer. Let's talk about what happens at the beginning of the semester. The first thing we'd like you to do as part of the study is to pass out parent and student information letters that inform parents and students about the study and gives them the option of opting out of participating. If students opt out, they will still complete all the normal class activities, including using BrainQuake's app if they're in the treatment group, but WestEd will not use any of their data in analyzing the results, and their data will be destroyed. Students have to sign the opt-out letter if they wish not to participate. If they don't sign it, then we'll assume that they're in the study. The second thing we'd like you to do is provide WestEd with class rosters. WestEd will communicate with you about how to provide these rosters. After this occurs, approximately early September, you'll administer 2 online surveys to your students. One will be an attitude survey asking about their attitude towards mathematics. Another will be a content assessment. This is an assessment that asks about their knowledge of mathematics, but it will not affect their grades. So it's just for us to give us valuable information about what students know about mathematics. Finally, we'll ask you to assign the BrainQuake gear puzzle, which we'll go over in the online training that you attend over the summer. And we'll ask you to do that in class. And we'll email and follow up with instructions about these tasks throughout the study. How about what happens during the middle of the semester, the meat of the study, if you will? If you're in the treatment group, you'll assign BrainQuake for at least 10 minutes on 3 days a week. We ask that's the minimum amount. You can do more than that. We ask, though, that you don't go over an hour a week. BrainQuake recommends not going over an hour a week. So this is really to supplement your mathematics curriculum. Again, if you're in the control group, you just conduct your class in the normal way without using BrainQuake's app. Also, if you're selected in the treatment only, we may schedule a visit with you on a day when you're using BrainQuake's app. Regardless of your assignment, we ask that teachers fill out weekly logs to document what content was covered, and if the treatment, how you use BrainQuake. These are really quick, 5 minutes, shouldn't take you too long. Finally, the end of the semester, around mid-November, we'll ask you to administer the same 3 surveys and assessments that you administered at the beginning of the semester. And then if you're in the treatment group, we'll also ask you to administer a short student survey about what the students thought about BrainQuake. And finally, you'll also complete some surveys yourself, one about BrainQuake and one is the same teaching questionnaire that you completed at the beginning of the study. We know that you are very busy and no monetary compensation would completely show our gratitude, but we are able to provide a stipend for your efforts and time. Here are the stipend amounts. They're based on the different tasks in the study. In addition, if you agree, this is optional, but if you're selected and agree, and you're in the treatment group, you'll be provided an extra $50 stipend for an observation and end of study interview over the phone. Okay. In total, treatment instructors can earn up to $850, and control instructors can earn close to $650. Here are some additional questions you might have. How do you complete surveys? Links will be provided to you via email. We'll primarily communicate to you via email, so please make sure to check all your spam filters and make sure WestEd's coming through. Second question is your privacy protected? The answer is absolutely. Not only you, but also your students are protected, and we do not mention anyone's name in any dissemination of the work. So all of this is private. If you don't want anyone to know you're in the study, you don't have to tell them. When will you know your treatment assignment? We'll tell you in early August, and then who can you contact with questions about the study? We have an email set up, which you may have received emails from already, and this is a direct number that you can call to get a hold of me. We are really looking forward to working with you. We hope you have a pleasant experience in the study. Your experience matters to us, and we also sincerely thank you for taking this risk and embarking on this adventure with WestEd. Thanks again, and thanks for watching this video.